What is going on, guys? Well, we are here at Predatory Fins, and we're going to take a look at a couple of things here today, because usually when we come in here, Rod is sold out of everything. He sells this stuff so quick, but today he got a great new shipment in, and we're going to take a look at some of the cool stuff that he picked up. I mean, we got peacock bass and plecos and all the standard stuff, but what I really want to focus on, like, for real, what do you guys think? Drop in the comments and let me know what you think about a pleco pond or something like that, because I think we should get some really cool plecos. Like this crazy thing right here. I don't even know what kind that is. It may be a royal pleco or something like that, but that one would be dope. These down here, like this is like a spiny blob pleco. I don't even know what it's called either, but it's really cool. But they have such cool fish in here. In fact, do you see what's up here? Your favorite fish, Brenton. Oh. The wild angelfish. And in fact, the wild striped angelfish is actually what my logo was based on. And just so you guys know, we're doing a whole new drop of merchandise at the fanaticbrand.com. So if you want your angelfish merch, you better get it now. Make sure you do that. Also, check out Fanatic's merch that's on the fanaticbrand.com. I will tell you, if Texas wasn't so strict on its laws, two things that we would be buying today and shipping home. Number one is a freshwater stingray. However, we are not allowed to own those legally without certain types of permits and things of that nature that we will never be able to get. However, if we could, we would also be getting this thing. We'd build a 10,000 gallon pond in the backyard right now and grow that thing out. That is one arapaima right there.
Bro, I would pay triple the money that's selling for.
Absolutely. That thing's selling for 200 bucks. I'd easily pay $600 for it.
No problem.
100%. So yeah, I wish we could get those and we could have those in Texas, but we can't, unfortunately. They're still cool to look at. And real quick, I mean, if we look at this thing, I mean, look how small this is compared to my hand. Oh, did you see that? Look at how small he is compared to my hand right here. And we're going to take you over and we're going to show you what these things grow into. I mean, they grow to the size of a school bus, literally. Not really, but close. A small car. All right, guys. Well, we were talking about those little baby arapaimas that are like literally about this big right now. Not even very long. Less than a year, they can get to this size right here. I mean, these things are massive. Look at this fish compared to my hand right here. Could potentially get even twice that size. It is a massive arapaima. In fact, last time we were here at Predatory Fins, actually, Brenton decided he was going to feed this thing out of his mouth. In fact, roll that clip right now.
Dip it in a little more. Oh my god. Okay.
But if we look in here, there are crazy fish in here. The pacu, there's freaking, dude, do you see this? This is amazing. I wish I had the tiger shovel nose right now. I'm pretty sure this right here is Joey Slam's fish, right? Yeah. He caught this somewhere locally in a canal, yeah. Gave it to Rod. I mean, that's an amazing albino nurse sharks. Paul Cuffaro is going to take us over and show us. All right, guys, if we look in this tank right here, I mean, like, we have more baby arapaima, and look at this. This is a sturgeon. This thing literally will get the size of a school bus. It is ridiculous. Amazing fish right there. I mean, like, I would totally own one of those. More baby arapaima. Where did he go? Here he is right here. Look at this thing. What a beautiful fish. And right over here, we have a wild native Paul Cuffaro.
Yeah.
That is amazing. All right, guys. Well, we've taken a look at some of the cool stuff here at Predatory Fins, and right now it's actually time to get out of Miami. We got to head back to Fort Lauderdale to the airport now. So we'll see you back at the house. Well, we are at the airport, and of course, Brenton has contraband in his bag.
All right, guys. Well, we are back in Texas, and yeah, you saw that clip there when we got stopped in security, and the reason is Brenton had some expelled 50 caliber BMG shell casings in his bag that he took as a souvenir from when we went and hung out with Brandon Jordan, better known as the infamous treasure hunter Jigging with Jordan, and we shot a bunch of his guns, which was really cool. One of them being a Barrett 50 caliber rifle. Yeah, TSA stopped us for that and took those, confiscated them, but everything worked out. But we are back in Texas, and hopefully you enjoyed our trip over to Predatory Fins. And I really would like to know, would you like to see right here in the fish room a new pond specific to very specialized plecos? We saw some really cool plecos. We saw that royal pleco, which was huge. It was the striped one, and then we saw that spiny, blobby kind of pleco, and I still don't even know what that one was, but we could have all kinds of really cool plecos. There are so many different kinds, so let me know in the comments what you think about a pleco pond. But for right now that we're back in Texas, let's take a look at a couple of tanks. Let's start here with this 100-gallon. We haven't seen this thing in a while. Let's take a look and see what's going on in here. All right, well, first things first, if you look right there, there's a huge freshwater prawn right there. I put some of these freshwater prawns to keep the bottom of this tank clean, and unfortunately these things are getting massive, and that one right there is not even the biggest one. There's one in here about 3 inches long that I really need to get out of here, and what I'm gonna have to do is actually put a trap out for them, because it is almost near impossible to catch those things with a net. So we're gonna have to get those things taken care of. We have one of our angelfish here. The golden black angelfish must be behind the background. They sometimes get behind the background. And in fact, if you see right there, there's a single rasbora. There's about 6 rasbora in here, and those are probably in the background as well. Everything in this tank is looking good. And in fact, if you take a look right here, this ballast shark, this dude was significantly infected with ick not too long ago. I took him out, quarantined him, and treated him, and he is happier than he's ever been. Back to health. His tail fin was actually started, kind of had some fin rot on it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got sick or what, but he is so much better now, and that makes me so happy because he is, in fact, one of the oldest fish in this tank. And I really like that guy. Super cool, interactive. We have a little Pandagara right there on that plant, just straight munching. There are a couple of more Pandagara in here, as well as a couple of auto catfish. Let's take a look real quick at this Paludarium. And in fact, if you look right there, we have the little green anole, and he is straight chilling inside of this bromeliad, and that's his favorite place to hang out, which is really kind of cool. We have also the little Gulf Coast toad, who is right there back up in the darkness. I will tell you, so I bought this container of mini crickets, and they were little tiny crickets, and there were about 50 of them in there, and I put those in the Paludarium and just dumped them all out. You should have seen the way this little green anole acted. He flared up his neck real big and red and just was attacking crickets. It was a crazy thing. So I'll make sure I film that for you guys the next time. Let's take a look at the indoor pond real quick. So looking in here, everything is looking good. We have right there is a little peacock bass. Back there at the bottom is a pleco. Right here we have a couple of big plecos. And then right there, if you can see, just barely waving, that is the tail of the knifefish. Now, we also have a pom-pom knifefish, and it usually hangs out right about in here. But I don't know where it's at right now, because if you remember, it was in the tank with the Atabapo pike, which I moved it into here instead. In fact, there's another big pleco right there and another one right there. And this is what I'm talking about. These are just common plecos, but I really love plecos, so we should do a pleco pond. Let me know what you think. And then look right there. Our little pink belly side neck and our little Elon the musk turtle. Look at those guys. They look so cute. But this tank right here is also looking really, really good. This is the one we scaped not too long ago. But one of my favorite tanks, and there's our big blue betta right there, is this fallen tree tank, which this thing is looking amazing. The plant growth is so good. So you actually have plants now growing out of the water. This thing is looking fantastic. One of my favorite tanks right here. And this big giant blue betta is absolutely gorgeous. Moving up here, we have our tank of purple mosaic guppies, and we have one red mosaic guppy in there that will need to be moved to a different tank to keep this strain specific to purple. And then over here we have our mutt guppy tank. It is crazy because snails have overrun this tank, but that's okay. We'll get those taken care of soon. Let's take a look at the other guppies. Right here we have all of our mutt guppies in here. In fact, you can see some fry back there flying around. I will show you the top portion of this tank. I had to up the waterfall out of this just to keep the water filtering correctly and making sure it was all good. But the plant growth in this tank is really good. If you notice, all the moss looks good. I'll show you from this point right here, but the tank looks fantastic. But I'm not going to show you the water because I have actually stocked this tank with something, and that video will be coming out very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. With all of that being said, hopefully you guys went on to enjoy today's video. And if you have not seen, we have dropped a new line of merch. So check it out at thefanaticbrand.com, as well as we are giving away a GoPro. And if you want a chance to win a GoPro, all you have to do is simply subscribe to both me and Finatic's channel, follow us both on Instagram, and drop a comment in this video that you have done that, and you will get an entry into winning this GoPro. We're not sure when we're giving it away just yet, but make sure you stay tuned for that. Hopefully you've enjoyed the content. Hopefully you have subscribed, you've liked the video, you've followed me on Instagram, done all those kinds of things. And with all of that being said, we'll see you next time.